over the weekend, something rubbed me like the wrong
This
way.
shit all weekend up.
Nah,
rub it.
nah. Rich homie, baby.
Yo, shout out to Rich Homie. I had him on.
What's up with you, bro?
Maybe a year ago, I had Rich Homie Quan on here. I did not expect this to happen.
I'm keeping it real with y'all. I ain't telling. I ain't no rat.
7 months ago, I had him on. Nice guy. Shout out to him.
Yeah, that was my homeboy until this weekend.
Really, that was enough for you to just.
That was it. That was it because this the thing. I know the history of this shit, and I don't know. I don't know if Nut died to the hands of YSL. I don't know that for the record. You know what I'm saying?
For the record, the thing that came out, let's just make it real clear to them.
Go ahead.
There was an audio recording, and you can head on over to End of Sentence, aka 1090 Jake's channel if you want to see this. But basically, if you rocking with me, I'm rocking with you. But there was a clip that was leaked somehow of Rich Homie Quan being interrogated, well, not really interrogated, just kind of freely talking. It sounded like talking to a police officer and basically laying it all out for him, a whole bunch of different shit, saying that Young Thug basically ordered the murder of Nut, who was YFN Lucci's manager and Rich Homie's manager at a certain point, and also like that he ordered the shooting of Rich Homie's dad and shit like that.
4 months prior.
Yeah, so basically basically confirming a bunch of the stuff that has been alleged in the YSL RICO. Now, we know that Rich Homie Quan and Thug stopped fucking with each other at basically like the height of Rich Homie's career back in what, like 2014, 2015, whatever. They were Rich Gang, and then all of a sudden, boom, they have never had anything to do with each other since. There's been tons of rumors about why that happened, but we never really had a concrete reason. And I guess still this is not the concrete reason because this is many years after that, right?
So listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You're blaming him for your father 4 months earlier when y'all were best friends. Like okay, me speaking outside looking in because I was around at the time. When Nut died, Thug posted him, Birdman posted him, everybody posted him. Nobody was thinking any foul play. You get what I'm saying? This is all new to me, for the record. And when it happened, you guys had already started not showing up to shows and all that. I feel like that Rich Homie was with Thug when he was smaller than him, and he was cool with him being the undercard, like when he put him on his mixtape and all that shit. But then when he started being his equal, and they're going on tour together, and now Birdman's pumping this dude, and you were like it for ATL for 2 years or whatever, and then Thug just took all. I feel like that's when he start fading off from the shows. Now, it could have been shit going on in the background, but I just feel like you were on tour with some guys that were way too hood for you. You probably weren't comfortable around real slime. Like,
well, that's what 1090 kind of says in his video, is that basically at a certain point, Rich Homie Quan's dad stepped in and said, like, nah, don't sign to Birdman. We're going to find our own deal. We're going to do whatever. And that allegedly, according to Rich Homie, I guess, that his shit got shot, his dad got shot at as a result of him not wanting to sign with Birdman and basically trying to exercise too much control in his career, which is a crazy ass thing to think about. Like, this would be like if somebody was thinking about signing to No Jumper and then they were like, they had a manager and the manager was saying like, nah, we're going to get money somewhere else. Don't sign with Adam or whatever. And so I killed the manager. That's a crazy ass thing to allege.
That's some Suge Knight Vanilla Ice shit.
I didn't even know it worked like that. That's some wild shit.
Like, nah, you remember the story where he supposedly hung Vanilla Ice off the top?
Yeah. But at least then you're doing something to the person, not the person who's maybe like giving them advice. Like, oh, they're getting different advice. Well, we're going to kill the person who's giving you that advice. That's a wild thing to allege.
It's so much to go because, like, all right, I'm going to give you the Rich Homie. They're saying that now he's trying to claim a non-affiliate. You definitely were banging IF when you were over there.
Okay.
For sure. So you were gang banging. When I first met you, you was trying to be down with whatever the fuck was cool to be down with. You were rocking blue and shit. You know what I mean? You had Nietzsche with you, which is Gunna's man. You know what I'm saying? He had Nietzsche with him everywhere. You get what I'm saying? An altercation happened out here with us in the Grape Streets at a show where Rich Homie had canceled, then came back and did the show, but the numbers weren't as crazy because he had a seizure. This is what, remember when he was having seizures? Okay, so he canceled on them, but then he ended up doing the show a day after the date that it was canceled, right?
Oh, okay. That was a way to piss a promoter off, yo.
Now it's not a regular promoter. These dudes are like, you know what I mean?
Jeez.
But I have no clue of what's going on. So now they asked Rich Homie, like, are you affiliated with anybody in LA? We asking you this, you know what I'm saying? So mind you, he says, no, I'm not affiliated with nothing. But mind you, he comes and calls our phone like, hey, I'm in town, come with me to this function. So you don't give me no story about this dude already asked you who you fuck with and all of this. So when I walk in, it's like, whoa, like little shit. He said, nigga, Grape Street. I'm like, damn. We would have been deeper than this. Like we like 10, 5, 6 deep, 10 maybe at the most. So we walking through, it's Grape Street, still. Now I look down over the balcony. It was at what's the shit downstairs? The Belasco.
Belasco
It was
Theater,
at the
yeah.
Belasco. So I look down, I see all purple Jordans and shit. You know, I know the truth.
Yeah,
Like
for
now I
sure.
know what's going on. So I'm sitting there and Rich Homie goes to sleep. I still don't know the backstory yet. You get what I'm saying? So now one dude walk up like, hey, yeah, I'm from Grape Street. I'm trying to take a picture with Rich Homie. I'm like, what's that supposed to be, a passcode to get over here? Like, nigga, I'm from 6 up. Like, nigga, what's up? You get what I'm saying? I'm like, but look, this is what you could do. The promoter dude that handed us the money, if you go get him right now and you come back up here and he say that y'all with the same squad, like, I'm going to get him up. You get what I'm saying? Now, mind you, he's off of Xan or something, bro. It's impossible to get him up. I'm like, bro. So they come back up. Now they like 7, 8 deep. They got the promoter. So I'm like, all right, cool. I kind of shake him. Now, Shell was the security at the time. Shell like, hey, just tell him to wait till he get off stage. I'm like, I don't think these niggas trying to wait till you get off stage, bro. I mean, they want their pictures. It's aggressive. But I don't know that you canceled the show on the fucking Grape Streets. You get what I'm saying? So now the fucking, they come back like 20 deep. So they like, nigga, get Big U on the phone or cut that.
Redacted.
Yeah. They like, nigga, get your homies on the phone. Like, we looking for a certain guy from over there. You know what I'm saying? Then they like, oh, call your other homeboy. I'm like, bro, I'm not reaching in my pocket calling their nigga. Like, nigga, that's what I'm not finna do. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know what's going on. But the thing was, they like, oh, these guys act like they run LA. So now they poking their chest out. Like, nigga, y'all, it ain't just one person run LA. Like, y'all not about to run this play on us. They thinking it's a play. I still don't know. So mind you, the homies drunk. Homies get to talking crazy to these niggas. But they so drunk, they don't know that it's like 100 of them. Boom. Long story short, because we on the pod, we get off. Out of nowhere, one was walking by, the drunk homie, shout out Zuzu, on 6, you know.
Just turns into a fight?
Man, he tried to get off. Boom.
On you?
No, on them. He's drunk. All
you're
of this
saying
got cleaned
your
up.
homie starts.
All of this got cleaned up. Shout out to Grape Street. Shout out all they big homies that we all talk to. We all got everything together the next day. So this not me talking about some niggas we beef with. Boom. So he gets off. It's a brawl. Pff. Rich homie tear ass. Couple homies run. We squabbling like 100 people. I hit the ground. Mind you, I always keep this little, I had this shit for like 20 years now. I always keep this motherfucker, bro.
Shout out Jesus.
Yeah, shout out Jesus, because it don't never fall off. I swear, it been through all type of shit. You get what I'm saying? So, boom. A motherfucker, we fighting. I hit the ground. I see a purple Jordan coming to stomp me out. It's like something just gave me the strength to get back up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm fighting like 50 niggas, and it's like 4 of us that's actually fighting. Yeah. It's niggas that's tucking and trying to throw chairs, but it ain't nobody in the action. So I feel like I throw the man up, like, I get back up. Now I'm like, we got to hit the door. Boom. So now I'm squabbling to the back. I'm trying to get to the door. Mind you, we on the balcony. They could easily and kill something. After that, Rich homie I called him the next day, like, damn, bro, you put us in the middle of something. I ain't even on, cuz. I'm like, damn, woo, woo. So I'm talking to Kaka. That's they OG homie name.
Kaka.
Yeah.
Kaka.
Shitty and Kaka on the phone.
Call up the homie Turd.
Yeah. So,
Hey, doo-doo.
boom. Now he telling me the backstory about how he canceled. They was about to book him anyway. He was getting robbed. You wasn't getting up out of there with your pieces. You get what I'm saying? You was about to do the show, and on your way out, that's why they had us park somewhere where we park. I'm like, why are y'all parking like this? We in the back, but we blocked on. I'm like, park this bitch in the front with the hazard lights on. Like, what are you doing? He goes for it. So he gets up out of there. So he calls in. I ain't gonna say the other artist name. Well, fuck it. He calls my boys from the 100 crew who talk to Waka. And he like, hey man, I don't want to be down with the Crips no more. I'm trying to switch. I'm gonna be a blood and da da da.
This is what Rich Homie told you.
I swear.
Your jaw dropped? How'd you
He
feel?
didn't tell me that. First of all, I didn't know you was down with us. No way. You get what I'm saying? Because you ran. So my whole thing was like, he was already showing signs of no loyalty to nothing that's going on. That's when I pump my brakes on him. Then he pops up with Thug. And then when Thug starts getting bigger than him, he starts showing the signs of, oh, I don't fuck with. Why do you think YFN Lucci, some shit happened at YFN Lucci video? So like, I'm not going to keep on talking about they shit because they shit open, but it's like this whole time you've been trying to figure out how to snake them out and get them off the streets, I feel like.
Really?
You get what I'm saying? When I see it for confirmation, and that's what rubbed me the wrong way. You get what I'm saying?
Because when you see that video of Rich Homie talking to the cops, it's like, is he saying all this because he's trying to get off on a charge that he has or some shit? Or is he
saying because he's jealous and he wants somebody to do something?
He's just volunteering
I feel
info
like he
because it's
pulled
literally
up.
beneficial to him. If he can do something that gets somebody that he doesn't fuck with out the way, it's beneficial with him to work for the cops, right?
Exactly.
Which is wild because
I
we're
feel-
used to a different type of snitching where you're just
Yeah.
like using it to get out of a situation. If he's really just like doing this as like a long-term strategy to get people that he doesn't fuck with out
That
the
shit
way,
ain't cool.
shit.
And he probably never thought that it would come out.
Never.
He probably never thought that it would come
And it
out.
never would have if somebody from the fucking police department didn't end up leaking it, because 1090 Jake in his
Too
video
much money
says,
involved.
he says that they're trying to figure out that, the YSL Woody interrogation.
They're trying to put a case on him.
There's a bunch of shit that should not have been released to the public. And if they figure out who's releasing all this stuff, this is stuff that is fundamentally impacting the YSL trial. So it's like, if people aren't trying to testify because they're scared, because they know that the shit might come out or whatever, then nobody's going to want to testify. Their whole case might get fucked up. And for Atlanta, that could be a fucking disaster.
One thing
It would be great for hip hop.
One thing you got to know about Atlanta: black people run Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like the city of Atlanta, maybe Cobb County and all that other shit, the white people got that, right? But the blacks run Atlanta, meaning that you pull up to the police station with a 50 ball or a dub for an officer that's making 60 a year to release a tape. They're doing it.
And if you got plausible deniability, like you really believe nobody's ever going to be able to figure out that you're the one who leaked it?
Yeah. But I mean, they probably even, bro, listen, TMZ gets way too much. They probably got to end just like TMZ got to end, but nobody's complaining out here. Like TMZ knows shit that nobody knows.
So
Like,
I just checked Rich Homie's Instagram. He has not posted in the last 24 hours or so, or like 18 hours ago, he posted a story. This post right here where he's holding the weed bag. This is from May 7th. He ain't posted on here in forever. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how he wants to react to this or what he's going to do, because it's kind of hard to imagine where he goes from here or what he's able to say to sort of
he just
explain
got
it.
out of fucking. He just,
You
he
just
just
came
came out. Like
Right,
he just came back. Like you've been
That all
silent
makes
for
sense,
years,
though.
and like now you popping out because this nigga's in jail.
That
Like,
was the
As
kind
soon
of
as
weird
you
thing.
go to jail, you pop out.
When I interviewed him, it was kind of weird. It's like, oh, like, is this a press run that's kind of like predicated on the fact that someone that you don't like that has a huge presence in the industry is now gone?
Cause him being in purgatory, him being in rap purgatory, like, and then just popping out, and then now this comes. Like, all right, maybe you took off from rap, you got discouraged by a couple of things. Now you back on the right track. You gonna drop music, woo woo. But it already was like already like not a coinky dink. Like I'm looking at it, but then it's like this confirms everything that was going on.